Hi, my name is Lauren Peterson, and I am the author of The Future of Governance in Space, a book about the past, present, and future of space law. I was compelled to write this book because as I watch both private and public space programs advance by leaps and bounds, bringing the possibilities of space exploration and exploitation into reality, I wanted to take a step back and critically examine the relevant governing regulatory legal frameworks, how we got here, and where we're going next. The Outer Space Treaty was signed in 1967, and since then, the world has adjusted its regulations to adapt to the technology of the time. But we're advancing at an astronomical rate. We have millennia of legal scholarship under our belts and a plethora of issues that need to be addressed. Examples being space debris, planetary protection. Our laws should not be a source of friction for progress in space, but instead a workable, flexible tool in our toolkit. The challenges of creating an entirely new body of international law to govern our activities in outer space appear insurmountable. The international cooperation required alone seems impossible, but it isn't. We've done this before. By taking best practices from the historical development of maritime and aviation law and coupling it with our priorities in space, as laid out in the Outer Space Treaty, we can develop a workable, successful, growing body of law to govern humanity's activities in space, to ensure preservation of both outer space and our own planet for generations to come. This would include not only regulatory legal framework, but also the invention of a central judicial body to oversee the adjudication of cases that come up. This book includes stories and insights from the Chief Advocate of the Planetary Society, Casey Dreyer, renowned space archaeologist Sarah Barkuk, space lawyers such as Alex Fishkin, GC of Momentous Space, space authors such as Rod Pyle, space podcast hosts including Anthony Colangelo, and of course, a few astronauts. One of the coolest stories I share in this book is about Apollo 8. So you may be familiar with the photograph named Earthrise. If you aren't, give it a quick search, which was a product of this voyage. What you may not know is that this voyage almost never happened, which would have prevented the United States' ability to put a man on the moon before the end of the 1960s. But it did, and we learned an incredible amount from it. You will love this book if you are at all interested in anything that has to do with space, or if you have expertise in this field. My hope for this book is to leave the reader feeling inspired and ready to embrace everything that humanity's future in space has to offer, but also understand that the hard work is ahead of us and not just done by engineers and mathematicians and even venture capitalists, but by everyday humans who contribute to the creation and implementation of international law. My name is Lauren Peterson, and my book is about the past, present, and future of space law.